Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. I'm over here at the van and we're just kind of hanging out. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, so I figured I'd take you along for the day and see if we could find something, maybe talk to you about what's been going on. Just kind of hang out. I love hanging out with you guys, but it's just been, I just haven't really, my heart hasn't really been into making videos, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make them constantly and regularly because it just takes a lot of time, but I figured, when I feel like it, I'll make one. So right now I'm over here at the Salvation Army and I'm literally about 5 feet from the store. I get here early so I can have the best parking spot. And we're going to go in here in about 10-15 minutes and see if we can't find something. So stay tuned. Hey, what's happening, guys? It's about 7.5 hours later, and I'm back at the house now. I ended up spending about an hour in the Salvation Army. Then I went over to the More Than a Thrift, but unfortunately I didn't find anything. But I ended up going to the dump, and I did find a few items. So I figured I'd show you guys what I found today, this past Tuesday, and a few things that I found Saturday. So last week my dad gave me a little cutout from the paper where there was a garage sale up the street. Unfortunately, I didn't realize they were having their sale on Friday, and I didn't end up going until Saturday, but I did find a few items. I got these pair of Look cyclist shoes, and they got the little hardware on the bottom, and they were only $1. And then there was this pair of Specialized cyclist shoes, and it actually has a pair of these Shimano pedals there, and these were only $1 too. And she also sold me this container of cordless phones for $2. And it's got some chargers in there that I sell for $10-12 a piece. I usually get about $10 a piece for the headsets, and so for $2 it was a pretty good deal. At the same yard sale, I also got this item right here. It's it's made by Delta, and basically you just it forms a base and it has casters on it, and you can just move stuff around, and you just put it together and break it down. I ended up paying $10 for that, and I think it sells for like $50. I also got this DVD, Return to the Bat Cave. It was $3, and this sells for like $20, so I was happy to get it. They also have this tool belt, and it's made by Klein Tools, and it's got the little belt and everything. And I looked it up, and it looked like these sell for like $22 plus shipping. I figured for $3, I can't go wrong. I think this is probably going to be the best thing that I found over there. It's this Go Find 20 metal detector, and she had it for $10, and it was being advertised as new. The story behind this is she won this at a school auction. She said she opened the box up, but they never used it, and I did open it up, and it does have this protective seal over the screen, so I do believe it is brand new. I think I saw a used one that had sold for $130 plus shipping, so I figured this should be a good buy, definitely. I think that's actually a really good find. I got that Tuesday at the dump. It's a dynamic coin counter. I haven't tested it. I'm not sure if it works, but it looks like brand new ones are selling for between $100 and $150. So I'm hoping I can get, some kind of money for it. I only paid like a couple bucks for it. The same day at the transfer station where I got that coin counter, I also got really lucky and picked up all this cool stuff right here. I saw her putting this stuff out, and she was putting out a whole lot of like nuts and bolts and like carriage bolts. She had a huge cart full of this stuff, and I saw this stuff and I realized I was probably going to get most of this. And what it is, it's all like Craftsman sockets. This is all, most of this stuff, I think maybe a little bit is like something else, like this right here is company right here. But mostly this is all Craftsman stuff. And I looked up, this right here is actually a snap-on wrench. And I looked this up, and they're selling for about $80 to $90 for this. And there's a whole can full of miscellaneous sockets. And that one is kind of an expensive wrench, and just some pretty good stuff here, pretty good mishmash of tools. I will say though that there was a regular that came in while I was loading all this stuff up, and even though I gave him a bunch of the wrenches, I think he was a little bit salty that that I was getting this stuff before him, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes it's his day, sometimes it's my day. It just happened to be my day yesterday or Tuesday. I think what I'll probably do is part a lot of these parts out. I noticed, like, some of this stuff is selling for, between $7 and $12 plus shipping, and you got just a bunch of them. So there might, just be some little stragglers, little $5 and $10 bills, throughout the month. So this will definitely help me out. I found this today at the dump. This is from 2001, licensed by Fun. And I saw that like something similar new was selling for $15 plus shipping. This is used, and I didn't see one like it, but it's from 2001, so it's kind of vintage. And I liked it. I figured, what the hell? It was free, basically, so I just threw it in there. Maybe I can get $10 plus shipping for it. Oh, I went back today, and I found even more sockets, so I just threw these in the bag here. Money's money. I found this over at the dump today. It's a Pampered Chef cheese grater, and I usually sell these for about 15 to 20 bucks. So the price was definitely right. And then over at the Salvation Army for $2.55, they had this thing right here. It's some type of I don't know, blocks like telemarketer calls. I looked them up. They're selling like almost 30 bucks used. It was less than $3. I figured I'd take a shot. I also got this little Fuji 35 millimeter camera. They had it for $3 as is. I don't know if it works or not. I'm just gonna probably throw it up there for $20, $25 best offer plus shipping and see what happens. I think it'll make something. This is one of those Conair blow dryer straightener type deals. This is vintage. I paid $2.55 for it, and I've always had really good luck with this model. It's going to have to be cleaned up a little bit, but maybe I can sell it for like 20 bucks pre-shipping or something. I also got that Krups espresso machine glass for $1.70, and I don't know how much that's going to sell for. I've always done really well selling these carafes and stuff, so I think I should be able to sell it for probably about 15 bucks. There's also this, I don't know how you say that, Fish Higgy Magic Gravity Ball. It was $1.70, and I think these are selling for $20, $25 plus shipping. I also found this Braun coffee grinder. It was like $2.55, and it was there last week. I recently sold one, so I wanted to replace it. These usually sell for like $25 shipped, so usually I just throw in like a priority A. But I think I paid like $2.55 for it. I think the best purchase over there today were these Longhorn steak knives. I mean, they're in pretty rough shape. Whenever you order a steak over there, this is what they serve you. There were actually a total of 6, but my friend that works up there saw this set, and he asked me if there were any more back there. And he told me he'd really love to have one of these, so I let him have one. And I'm just going to sell the 5-pack. And it looks like a 5-piece is selling for about 50 bucks plus shipping. I've done really well selling these types of knives, but I've never actually found Longhorn knives, so this is kind of a cool find. I got these for 85 cents a piece today at the Salvation Army. And I think the last thing that I got today was at the local dump, and it's a Westland giftware. This is the Forever Young, and it's just like a little snow globe. Looks like it still works fine. They're on a little seesaw there, and looks like they were selling for about 25 bucks on eBay. So I got it for next to nothing, so should do okay with this. Alright guys, I think I'm going to shoot back in the house and get ready to eat with Mr. K, and I'll get back to you guys soon. Alright folks, so it's pretty early in the morning, and I know I look like garbage. Anyway, I ended up staying up really late last night. I think it was like 1:30, which is really late for me. And basically what's been going on is my death piles have really grown. And it's a little bit difficult to walk around in my office right now because I've got merchandise in there that has been piled up basically month after month, and in some cases year after year. So basically what I'm trying to do is just unearth all of that stuff and, piece by piece, just try to bring it down here and photograph it, get it listed, and get that process of being sold started. It's gotten really serious because it's been hard to move around the office and the garage, just because, you know, I've just been getting so much stuff. Now, a lot of the stuff isn't really great stuff. It's like, you know, mediocre stuff, but, you know, I usually get it for free or pretty cheap, but there are definitely some nuggets in there. I think the goal is to just try to get as much of it listed as possible. So last night I was digging through the bin and there were a bunch of these bags, and I got that metal detector that I showed you guys yesterday, and I'm gonna list these bandanas that I picked up back in June at that church sale. I mean, this is all really good stuff that I can make some money on and clear up some room. Tomorrow's Saturday, and I probably won't go to any garage sales unless I see something local in the paper. I just, you know, I got so much stuff going on right now that I really don't need to do anything like that. Hey, check this out. I was doing some research on those Elephant brand bandanas. And it looks like back on July 7th, one of these sellers took a best offer from $170, and that one was only a 2-pack. Mine's a 4-pack, so I went ahead and threw mine up there for $199.95 or best offer, and just want to see what happens. Hey folks, I'm over here at the house. It's Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. It's about 4:30, and I ended up not going to any garage sales today. I woke up at about 9:30. I usually set my alarm clock because I really don't like to sleep past like 7:30. I like to get up and, you know, get the day started. Lately I've been doing a lot of outdoor photography, and I find that between the hours of 8 and 10:30 a.m. is better for me because the sun's not completely up. It seems like once the sun is like right over you, the shots don't come out too nice. Plus it gets hot, and I just find that the best time to shoot is really between like 8 and 10:30, and like I would say like 3:30 and 7. The summer is coming to a close though, so it'll start getting darker earlier. I do have to say though that I'm pretty happy that I didn't go to any garage sales today because I just got a lot of stuff, and I think I'm going to make a separate video, almost like a death pile tour 2022. It's a little bit out of control right now, but I feel like it's definitely going to get better. And garage sales, I didn't go to many this year. I only went to a handful, and there's only a couple left that I know of. I'm just not out there hitting all the citywides. I just don't have the room for all that merchandise. But I think, you know, I think we're going to do okay, and I think everything's going to be fine. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff that didn't sell, or, you know, I'm giving it about a year on my items right now. And, you know, if it's too cheap or not popular enough, it's got to go. But I did want to say, though, that I ended up hitting the local dump today. Now, if you guys don't watch my videos very often, we have a local transfer station. I call it the dump. But it's where people bring their recyclables and, you know, their glasses and bottles or whatever, you know, plastics. But they have a building. Basically, you can bring your stuff there. And, like, if it's something good and you don't want to throw it away, then you could just, you know, you can donate it to the dump, and they'll put it in their store. And a lot of times I've found some fantastic stuff out of there, and a lot of times there's just really good stuff there. Usually I find stuff there pretty much all the time. It does vary though. You know, that Craftsman haul that I got Tuesday, that's very rare. I've never seen anything like that. But I've pulled out like boxes of like video games and systems and stuff. There was like an Xbox one day with a bunch of games, and a Wii with a bunch of games. I got a 3DS there one time. I mean, there's definitely good stuff that comes, you know, through that place. So it's kind of like one of my hidden spots, you know. But I ended up picking up a few items there today, and I paid like $1 for all this stuff. You know, this is like the third day I've found sockets. I thought I got all of them yesterday, but I guess not, because there was this little cookie tin full of miscellaneous sockets. And I'm probably just going to list these individually. If I can get like, you know, $4 or $5 a piece plus shipping, it's going to be little straggling money, I call it. I'll have like little $5 and $10 bills coming in all throughout the winter. It'll be great. There was also this pair of boots right here, and those were actually at the dump Tuesday. There was another pair of boots there, and I should have looked this stuff up. It was like a really nice pair of like vintage what do you call LL Bean, like real nice duck boots kind of thing, real cool looking. And I should have looked them up, but I saw these and I just looked them up, and they're made by a company called I'd have to look it up again, but basically they're like vintage 80s military boots. And yes, they do have a little bit of wear and tear, like, this is pretty harsh stuff right here. But the boots look like they're in overall good shape. And I looked them up and I saw that there were people selling them for like $40, $50, $60, all the way up to like $150 depending on what it is. So I figured, the price is right, I'll give it a shot. I think I should be able to make some pretty good money. I saw this little fella over in the toy section. It's just an alarm clock, but it looks just like a Nintendo Game Boy, like the original version. I thought for a second that it might be real, but I quickly realized that it was just an alarm clock. And then I found this over there today, too. It's this Sprite shower filter. I wonder how they didn't get sued on that. It's still brand new in the original package. And I looked it up, and this is selling for about 14 bucks, free shipping. So, like I said, the price was right. And then this is the last thing that I found today. This is a mixing bowl for a mixer, and it has 3 different attachments in there. Typically, I don't always like getting this stuff because if it's not marked, I have a hard time knowing what it's from. And so that's why I usually pass on these. Same thing with like Sunbeam beaters. Those can be a real hassle to try to identify. I have identified and successfully sold many, many sets of those, but it's not something I enjoy doing. I did turn this upside down, though, and see that this is a KitchenAid bowl made in Korea. So I'm assuming that these parts right here go to a KitchenAid mixer. I'm just going to have to do a little bit of research, and hopefully I can find some valuable information. So I think we're going to wrap it up for now. We'll be eating soon, and we're going to watch a movie and probably some kind of true crime YouTube stuff, and I might do a little work tonight. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Look at these girls over here. They're like, oh my God, I am so hungry. That's how I feel right now. That's like Mr. K getting ready to bring me my meal. Look at these. This is so cute. They're all, look, they're all like, oh, I'm starving. These are all dairy cows, and well, they make a lot of milk. I don't know what they do with the boy cows. I think they end up, well, I don't know. What's this guy doing over here? Hey, what are you doing, pal? Back off. So I think what happens is, I don't know if he fills this little trough up here, and then they all got to say grace, and then they can eat. I don't know how it works, or I don't know. I guess he just kind of throws it over there or something. It's kind of cool. Oh, there you go. Yep, that's what we're doing. I wonder though. There's like 10, 12 other cows behind them. I wonder if they're like, come on, ladies, move it up. I got to eat here. And they start like biting them in the fanny. Hard to tell. Anyway, that guy's working hard.